Danny, you must be absolutely delighted with that performance.
Over the moon. And listen, you try and remain consistent as coaches and managers and players when you're winning or you're losing, but it's hard to not be ecstatic when we've been on a really bad run, and it's really real shame really, because you think even if you got 4 extra points out of all those games, you'd be in probably be third, I'd imagine. I think I'm looking at the table at the top of my head, so you can't help but be ecstatic when you think you've turned a corner, like all the supporters will be. But we know Saturday is a completely fresh challenge, a team opposite to Southend where they're looking to stay in the league. Manager very experienced, and yes, the boys are going to enjoy the trip home and have a nice day off or two. But then it's back focus on Yeovil, because like I said, after Gateshead, if we come here and lose, you forget about Gateshead. If we lose at home to Yeovil, we forget about Southend. So, but for the here and now, supporters have got a long trip home just like us. It's great to see them all smiles on their faces.
So 2 different challenges for you. Just said to Jamie Grimes there about obviously a side battling at the foot of the table in Gateshead, and a side battling for the playoffs in Southend. It's asked a few questions of the lads.
Yeah, it is. But it's like I was saying to you, it's different type of things you need to do to get out of the league. You need to win and play poorly. You need to beat teams. You need to beat referees, bless them, and you need to beat pitches sometimes like this. You need to beat all sort of things that go against you to try and win the league and to try and get promotion. And what's great is last 2 games we had a lot of pressure on us going to Gateshead, because sooner or later you think, oh, win soon, can't keep going on. And we did it then. We did it really well after conceding an early goal. Today with the other thing, we got 2 goals up and made a mistake which led to their goal, and then we've got to show the courage that you need to be a successful team defending our box and manage the game correctly. We see a lot of teams come to our grounds and sort of run the clock down and that, and I don't think we necessarily did that today, but we managed the game really well by keeping the ball and making sensible decisions. And like I say, to get the 2 go up, you open then, it's very comfortable. But then they score, and then you see the 8-foot goalie come up for corners, and everyone's a little bit nervous. So yeah, it's great when that whistle goes, and you try and remain calm. But it's great to have that winning feeling again.
You love a goal from a set piece, and that opening goal has been delightful for you.
Yeah, and like I say, listen, you can say where to stand and where to go and work on things in training, but if Mandeville's delivery is poor, it goes out the window. If Lawrence doesn't attack it with the aggression and the style of the header that he does, and it misses the target. And it's great, we're doing ever so well from set pieces, but at the end of the game it's a lottery really, because they're sending in players you don't expect to be sent in, and it is over to you lads. You can stand and scream and shout and go mark him and do this, but they've got to take responsibility for themselves, which I thought they did really well tonight, especially when the going got tough.
A word on Lawrence, only his second obviously league start of the season, but he's come in like he hasn't been away.
Yeah, and I think he's the only one I said the other day that hasn't really had a game really, apart from the Coalfield game in the trophy. So he's probably felt a little bit on his own with it, but he hasn't showed that. He's trained excellently, he's been professional, he's supported the lads home and away, he's travelled when he's not even on the bench. The manager's giving him his chance, and he's repaying that at the moment. But yeah, there's a lot of positives after tonight, but we remember how quickly that turned. We went into a bad run after some wins, so we've got to make sure with all our might that doesn't happen again Saturday.
And a great individual goal from Ryan Colclough as well. I mean, it shows the brilliance that he can have, and what good form he's in now, 3-3.
Yeah, and obviously the gaffer brought him in, and him and Gary know him a lot better than me through the Wigan days. And 3-3, his finishing's good, he works hard, he's a threat, he keeps their full-backs or wing-backs pinned in because they're so scared of getting done in behind. So yeah, he does some really good work defensively as well, running off the ball, which probably he's not known for, so we're trying to get a bit more of that into him. But no, please, technically he scored the winning goal, so we'll give him that.
And finally, you've been able to bring in Andrew Dallas as well, and it showed what skills he's got as well, with a quick counter-attack that Chesterfield fans will be looking to see a lot more of him going forward.
Yeah, great lad. I've met him before. He's come for the club last couple of days. He's very conscientious, wants to know what he can do and how we play and what he can bring to the team. So yeah, Chesterfield fans can be excited about his contribution, hopefully. I think you saw a glimpse of him tonight. He runs, he works, and that's the main thing, the first thing, that supporters demand from any player putting on the shirt, and he brings that. And if he can bring some goals and help us get over that line and get to that promised land of League Two, he'll be a hero of the town.